Good morning. Good morning to you. All right, all right. Are you all ready? Yeah. Okay, I want to do something different from last week to start off. I had everybody do a big introduction. I still want everybody to introduce themselves. I just want you to say your names real quickly so we can get into it, because I still think that we all are in the same community and we should still meet each other and know what each other does, but we're not going to take a lot of time this time, okay? So that we can just go by name. Let's start with Mr. Wheatley right here. Anthony.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Recording for duty, reporting for duty. Elaine. Miss Wheatley. Barbara. Catherine. Thelma. I heard, hey, Barbara.
That's my friend I invited. She made the couple last I was looking for. Okay, let's get over there.
Joyce. Lucille. Barbara. Right. Gladys. Carla.
Barbara number 3.
Barbara number 3, that's right. This is a Barbara city, I tell you. Maury. Mary. Geneva. Carol. Ramona. Thelma number 2. And Diane. All right. Thank you, everyone, for introducing yourselves. And I hope you all continue to meet and have conversations during the break, okay? It's very good to know each other. Now, I want to start off this morning with the packet that we started off with last week, because we actually did not get an opportunity to get through a lot of it, okay? And we have a lot of material to go through. I have 8 weeks worth of material, and this is still just after the first week, okay? So I want to do a quick review. We're not going to start with the introduction, but we're going to go with page 2. Let's start with page 2, because we know what digital literacy is. You know, it just means that you are now going to understand the digital world. That's right. Digital literate, okay? But let's start on page 2, where it says, what is an operating system? I'm going to give everybody a chance to get there. On the back of page 1, that's right. On the back of page 1, it's going to say, what is an operating system? Because that is the key to every single thing that you do digital. You need to know what an operating system is and know which one to choose for you. Because there's more than one version. Okay? So an operating system, I know here's a definition, right? It says it's the main software that runs on any digital device, whether it's a phone, tablet, or computer, and it manages the hardware, software, make sure everything runs smoothly, okay? And some examples of an operating system is, I know you all have heard of Windows, that comes from Microsoft. Have you heard of Mac OS, that comes from Apple? If you remember Steve Jobs, okay, he passed away, but that's who I remember for Apple, okay? And also Android, okay, that's Google. You guys see Google everywhere? That is them. That is their own phone operating system. And when you see Android, that is their market in which they offer you applications, okay? So let's talk about what an application is real fast, okay? So I know you see Android versus iPhone, okay? But to even use an Android or an iPhone, you want to know what an application is. They say, get an app, download the app. What's this app? Get that app. This app to do this, this app to do that. Now, let's start off. Can someone tell me what they think an app is or what it does? I want to know. Anybody? Just take a go.
Application is what the system that you pull down to use.
Okay.
An application, like you were talking about the QR. You would go into your store where the apps are, and you would choose which application you want and click on it and install it in your phone.
That's a way to think about it.
It allows you
Yes, yes. You download it, it allows you to use the product. Anybody else?
To me, it's like it's a condensed manual, because they don't give you manuals, anything, so.
It's also a condensed manual. That's right, because these days you don't get a manual anymore. My mom was just complaining about that. Oh, they don't show you no directions anymore. I don't know how you're supposed to figure this stuff out. It doesn't, because they want you to actually turn it on first and start pressing stuff. Then when you press it, then a direction pops up. They're supposed to be what they call intuitive devices, in which when you touch it, something in your brain is supposed to say, yeah, do this, do that. That looks different. Maybe if I don't. Oh, okay. Directions popped up. Oh, it did this. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't want it to do that. How do I get back? How do I get back? Then your brain starts remembering things, okay? So, another thing to think about, there's two types of learning, okay? There's called top-down learning and bottom-up learning. With these phones, you all are doing bottom-up learning. That means that no one is teaching you up front, saying there's this list of directions, and then you go say, I already have the directions, I'm just gonna learn it. You guys are actually going in head first, right? You got this phone, it's like, I am trying to, this is not, okay. Then you get stuck, okay? But you started from the bottom. That means that you actually have to press every button first to learn what it does, rather than get a manual to tell you, and then you go to the device, okay? But I tell you, bottom-up learning is much better. That's the way I learn. You do it, and you figure out. It's like, oh, I got stuck. I'm not doing that anymore. I know that's the wrong button to press. Oh. When you say, oh, you know what? Come here. Show me how to do it on my phone. That's bottom-up learning. So now I say, my device, if I do this, I understand. My brain knows it's going to take me to this area, okay? That's what we're going to be doing here, okay? That's what I spent the last 30 minutes for. So, to give you another definition of an application, okay? It is a way to get your device to do whatever you want it to. Whatever you want it to. If you want your device to be a calculator, there's an app for that. Right? You want your device to be a Word document processor, there's an app for that. You want your device to read the Bible to you, there's an app for that. Right? You don't have to buy a physical Bible anymore. It's all on your phone. Right? It's part of the apps itself.
Like all of these apps.
That's right, they're apps, they're application. Application just means, how do I apply this technology? And when you're downloading an application, it's how you are applying that technology for you. I want my phone to do this, and that, which may be different from someone else who wants their phone to do that, and that. Okay? So if I'm someone who works out every day, I'm probably going to download a fitness app that's tracking my steps all the time. It has a heartbeat monitor that's going to give me an alarm saying, oh, I need to drink water at this time. Oh, I need to eat this amount of protein or something like that, right? If I'm someone who's trying to lose weight, or if I'm someone if I'm an educator, right? I'm going to have some type of education app because I want to know what's going on with the school system. That's probably, I'm sure CPS has an app where you can download and get updated information on what's going on, who's the new principal here, and things of that nature, what's going on with this school system. How are grades going, what are the GPAs of most average students now. There's an app for that. So anything that you're doing, if you are trying to get your bills in order, right? If you're doing banking, instead of having to go to the bank, there's an app for that. You don't want to wait on the phone for an hour. There's an app. When they say, remember they used to say, well, if you don't want to wait on the phone, you can go to the website. Go type in www.bankofamerica / this, semicolon. I was like, well, I can never remember all that. My goodness.
I wanted to mention it is great that they do have these apps, because even when you have your alarm system, you know, you can, run, you can, go away, like say you can get to turn your alarm system on, you have the app, you can do it from your phone.
That's right. That's right. You want an alarm clock? There's an app for that. Remember, my favorite app is the countdown timer.
Yeah.
That's how I get here on time. Okay, I couldn't wake up without that timer. Not at all.
Hi, my favorite subject, applications, real story. I was in June and I lost $3 on a discount because she said, you got your app? And I was like, yeah, I don't know how to do it. So, when you talk about applications, you have to press the button, you're talking about installing it, right?
That's right.
I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm trying to learn, okay?
Yeah.
Installing, and also she said, well now, you gotta wait for it to download.
That's right.
What's after that?
Yeah.
Once it downloads, then you have. That's right. You have to open it. You have to open it.
And then it comes on your phone and then you see.
Then you can use it. That's right. And once you start pressing stuff, then directions will pop up. That's right. And that's a good point. Is you know all these stores, these Subways, Jewels, Target, they want you to download their app. And they give you discounts, and they let you know when the deals are coming up, and this type of sale, these new items, and you can order stuff online.
She put, somebody put it on my phone.
Yeah, once you get your app download, then you get some, deals for the day, and click on that, and they'll tell you what you know, what's on the deal, and you click on it, when you get to the cash register, they'll take it off, you know.
You hear that? Download the Jewels app, they tell you deals for the day. I didn't even know that. See, I get to learn too.
And also, for Bath and Body Works, a lot of women don't know, you have your Bath and Body Works app. You go to Bath and Body Works and they tell you what discounts and coupons, and I found out when you go up to the, counter, they tell you put your phone number in, and then you have a free item coming.
Ooh, Bath and Body Works. Go get your free stuff. Yes.
Another great app that changed the world was Google Maps.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It is a car, you know, phone. You just put in the address and just let her tell you which turn.
You got that right.
It's not perfect.
No.
But every once in a while, you have to
Take you all around.
Yeah.
that would change.
Yes, it did. I tell you, I used Google Maps to get here.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. 'Cause it's getting off at 127 and going over the bridge, and then once you go to church, they say, make a left. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see a street right here saying it is one. I was like, oh, okay, it is one. Oh, it is? Oh, yeah, because you know they're putting up more satellites. More satellites with GPS trackers so that you can go anywhere, even in the middle of the ocean, and still have GPS. Global Positioning System. Yes, yes, my dear. I think he did. That's right.
Make sure it's connected with your telephone numbers, because if not, see, they got the coupons that you put on deals with the coupon thing, they can get more money off to do what I'm saying. If your phone number is not connected to that, you will not get the discount.
Now, let me just ask a question. I'm thinking it's automatic. It's coming from my phone. It's not, even though my phone number is there, right? on my phone.
Yeah, it needs to be connected with your phone number, because that's why when they say, what, you have the number, you got your number, what's your telephone number? Because then they put your telephone number inside of the thing that you connect, because when they have the ones you have to use the coupon, you gotta click on it.
Okay.
So we got all of it. It's all about your phone.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, GPS stands for Global Positioning System. You can find yourself anywhere on Earth. System, that's right. And I agree, but GPS, that thing right there, they can charge everyone on Earth for that, but they don't. I'm so glad, because I wouldn't have any choice, because I couldn't get anywhere without Google Maps.
Sometimes it does fail. My husband and I, we went to Cincinnati Jazz Festival, and we GPS the stadium, Paul Brown Stadium, and it took us to a subdivision, and it said, welcome to Paul Brown Stadium. And
Oh.
we were in a subdivision where the homes were.
Oh my goodness. Wow, wow. It's not perfect. That's right, it's not perfect. Yeah.
One app I really love
Cash App. That's another app in which you can do money transfers with people. You know, just like Zelle. Now, some people have issues with Cash App. Like I've had issues with Cash App. I had to call my bank because with Cash App, all of a sudden $400 was just. Whoop, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Somebody named Jessica got $400 on my account. Okay, so what I do with banking information, I use Zelle because Zelle has a relationship with the actual banks. And so I don't even have to go look for a Zelle app, you know, it's right in my banking app. I can Zelle someone or someone can request Zelle, I can request Zelle.
Some banks don't even have the Zelle though.
Well, some things may not, unfortunately.
But now, one thing with Zelle, if someone makes a transaction, this happened to me, I ordered this shirt, and before it was the ugly shirt, it was old and black, but anyway, before I could pay them good, they had taken out 2 or 3 payments. So I went on straight to the bank, and the bank was getting ready to revert, and they said, oh, they realized they charged you twice. So the bank was gonna revert, so if you disperse something or
Yeah,
get something,
yeah.
that's the Zelle, they will.
That's right.
Get your money back. So I
It does help.
compared to a cash app thing.
That's right.
They automatically let you know, and then they say, I mean, I'm telling you, before I went to the bank to tell them that they don't charge you twice, she said, oh, look, they don't took the money back, they realized they tried to charge you twice.
That's right. It's very good, very good. So that's what applications are for. They are for to get your device to do anything that you want it to. And trust me, these things do things that you can't even imagine. Okay? Have you ever taken a 3D picture of your house from the inside? You have? You know, you can take your phone and do what's called a panoramic view. And just go like this, take a picture. And your whole room is in one photograph. You all haven't done it over here? It's amazing.
Is that under the camera app? Like,
It's in the camera app. That's right. They have an app that does augmented reality. Did we talk about that last time? Okay. Do you remember the difference between augmented reality and virtual reality?
Virtual, you're right there. Augmented, virtual is happening right now. Augmented, it's, you are placing yourself in another reality.
Well, that is what virtual reality is.
I mixed it up.
Virtual, you are placing yourself into another reality.
Okay, virtual.
Okay? So when you put on the glasses,
Yeah.
the world that we see right here goes away, right? And you make all the moves, and you shoot a basketball, or you in there shooting the guns, and they're all fake people, but it's all virtual reality. You're in this whole virtual digital world. Now, augmented reality is when you put on the glasses, but I still see everybody here. But all of a sudden, look, a little animal pops up. And he can walk over to me and I can pet it and he responds. And I can make a couch appear right over there and it fits the dimensions of what it should be. I can have people come up and just start playing basketball in this gym that they don't actually exist, but now they exist because I'm looking at them. That's augmented. It is augmenting the reality that we actually live in.
and I kind of experienced that, Marvin. I wanted to say that it's real scary too, because they have the glasses you put on.
Mhm.
After it's real scary. We had did that at a party before.
Oh,
And it's like, it's insane. It's just like you are there and you're here. But the virtual reality situation is that you feel like you're there.
you do feel like you're there.
And I
That's
remember
right.
it was a scene, and it was a bunch of reindeers, and I was supposed to be on a sled. And I was up in the air with Santa, and it feels like you're actually there. I was so scared I wouldn't even move.
It's very good at tricking your brain. It's very good. Yes, yes.
Compare that to share. Then, what is Zoom? Zoom is that virtual?
Okay, Zoom is video calling and conference calling. So you can have multiple people on the same conference call. So you know what three-way calling is, right? So think of three-way calling, except with everybody can see each other. No, it's not augmented or virtual.
It's just that.
It's
It
just-
makes you think it's really virtual because you see the people, you know, but you're not in that place with them. So that's what you get.
Right. So let me give you another example of augmented reality, which you can do. Now, has anybody heard of this game called Pokemon? Okay, very, very popular. Now, I can take my phone and show it around the real world. And it's just like my camera is just looking at the real world. But then all of a sudden, it'll go bloop, this little Pokemon pops up over there. And it's like, catch them all. So I got this little Pokeball and I throw it in my phone and it shoots out into reality. It goes and catches him. He dodges it and everything. And I'm like, hey, where you going? Hey, get back over here. This. I might run into a real table because I'm trying to catch this fake Pokemon, okay? It's very exciting, okay? But you have to make sure you're not running into real stuff. So that's a huge difference. And also, with this virtual reality, you can put on a whole suit so that, like, if you're playing these games and something bumps into you, you feel the bump. Your whole body goes poof. And something goes boom, you go boom, all in your head, your ears. You really feel like you're there. I mean, because they have Ultra HD 4K. I mean, the colors look realer than real, okay? It makes reality you can make reality look bright, you can make it look dim, more orange, more reddish. It's amazing, amazing. These high definition 4K HD televisions, these Clearview televisions, they have these televisions now, you can see right through them. They're just a piece of glass. You wouldn't even know it's a television until they turn it on. It's amazing. See-through television. They have see-through clothes. They have see-through blankets. What? They got a blanket. Well, like if I had a blanket on the floor and I pulled it up right here, you wouldn't be able to see me. You would only see what's behind me. Yeah, just like the superheroes do. When they turn invisible, it's a cloaking blanket. It literally bends the light around you so that you see what's behind me. And I can walk up right next to you and just tap you on the shoulder. Crazy. No, I don't have that on my phone. That's a different type of technology, but it exists. It exists. So, but they do have it where, you can have your car turn transparent. They have the nanotechnology that you can purchase. You can change your car blue, red, polka dot, turn it transparent with the press of a button today.
I know they do that. My brother have a Mercedes. And whatever color you want it to be for that day, it'll change.
It'll change. It's amazing. It's amazing. And really, all those are apps. Those are apps doing that. Now, it may not be an app that you download on the Android market, but it's an application that someone is using to press a button because no one is physically doing it. All the app is an algorithm. A bunch of algorithms put together for a specific purpose that you want.
How do you make apps?
Oh, so have you heard of this thing called C++?
It's a system.
Yeah, it's computer language.
Oh.
So computers work in a language called binary. Has anyone heard of that?
Yes.
Binary is zeros and ones. I promise you that is a complete class in itself. Okay? Bytes and bits, that's right, 8 bits. That's where we get a bit and a byte, megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. That's where we get Googleplexes from, all those types of lovely words. And that's how you know how much memory you have in your phone, how much storage, how much RAM you have. All right, because when you're downloading these apps, guess what they take up in your phone? Storage. Storage, that's right. And in order to make the apps work or function properly, you need memory. So remember, there's a difference between memory and storage. All right? Memory is ROM. That's read-only memory. And, oh my goodness, I say memory and and ROM. And you need RAM. That's random access memory. Okay? So when you're looking at your phone and it says you have 16 gigabytes of storage, that means you have 16 gigabytes that you can download things onto your phone. Pictures, video, apps like a YouTube app, a Google app. If you're going to download applications, documents. So if you download like a resume or something like that, or if you type out a Word document and then you save it to your phone, it's being saved in the storage. Now in order to run the application, that's your memory, that's your RAM. Now, you want something with a lot of memory, like 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, because if you have low memory, that means that the application, even though it's on your phone, you cannot use it in the way that you want to use it. So if you ever press one of the applications, it's like, well, when is it going to start working? Then it works like 10 seconds later. Then everything starts working. That's because you don't have enough RAM or memory. And so you can kind of think of it in your brain. Your brain has long-term and short-term memory, okay? Short-term memory is the thing that makes your apps run right away, okay? If I need to learn something real fast, if I need to learn, okay, this thing is black. All right, great. So when I go back to the table, I say, okay, I need to get the black one. But next week, I don't need to remember about a black one. But I do need to remember my mother's name, my father's name, my birthday, my children's name. That's my long-term memory. Think of that as storage. That's information you don't necessarily need to use right now, but you need to hold on to it for long term. That's the storage in your phone. That's what's saving your pictures and your video. You're not using your video all the time. You take video of your grandchildren. It's only when you want to watch it. That's like your long-term memory. When you want to remember something, you think of it. Hey, remember the time we went to that restaurant? Long-term memory, storage. Now, when you need to do a task, just like baby girl right here, she's about to play her game with a pink tablet. She needs to do something really quick. That's short-term memory. I may not need to remember it next year, but I need to know it now because this thing is happening now. So if you download an app right now today, let's say you download an app and it says you got to take these steps to get this coupon. You got to do it right now, and you got to go to this website and this. Well, those are steps you need to memorize right now. That's your short-term memory. That's your RAM. And the better short-term memory you have of memorizing those steps, the faster you can get it done. So the more RAM you have, you can get it done faster. So if you have a lot of RAM, you press that app, it goes, it opens up really fast. You click a video, it plays very fast. You can play your HD videos very clear because you got that storage, okay? All right, so I don't want to bore you with storage, but that's very important that you know because your phone is not going to function if you don't have the correct storage and memory, okay? Because that is what you need to make your apps work. And you want apps, because if you don't have apps, no need to have a phone. That's what makes your phone work, okay? Even you making a phone call, that's an application. It is the phone application. When you text, that's a different application, all right? So let's go to the next part. Let's talk about what is the difference between an Android and an iPhone. Now you hear about these markets, right? The Apple market, the Android market, the Windows market, okay? I'm gonna give you a good example. So, you all heard of a Nintendo, right? And you've heard of a Sega Genesis and an Atari, all right? And you know that they're game systems, right? You can compare that to an operating system. And you see, let's think of a game like football, right? If they make a football game, they're gonna make it for the Nintendo, they're gonna make it for the Sega Genesis, and they're gonna make it for the Atari, right? Because they want everybody to have it, the same person. But somebody different made that football game. It wasn't made by Sega, it wasn't made by, I mean, it could have been, but not necessarily. So think of it in that way, where you have this Apple market, Android market, Windows market. You have all these apps that are made by other people, and they make them for all these different operating systems. So you can have a YouTube app for your Android, you can also have a YouTube app for your iPhone, and a YouTube app for your Windows. It's actually gonna work a little bit different on each one, because they're working on different operating systems. But the key is you still get to utilize YouTube, even though you have a different operating system. And so with these operating systems, it's gonna operate the app differently. So now, when you look at it on the iPhone, the button to share, it might not be at the top right. It might be at the bottom left, because it's designed for a different application. That's why when you look at an iPhone, everything is in a different way. And you look at a Windows phone, everything is different, because Bill Gates said, I don't want it to look like that. I want the Windows one to look like this. And then whoever's running Apple said, well, we don't want it to look like that. We want our buttons all lined up on the bottom. And so that's why it looks that way. Because the owners of the operating system that is on your device designs it that way. Because these people who make games, they have to get contracts with these operating systems so that it can function on your device the way they want it set up. And a big part of that is also security. These apps that are coming onto your phone, they have to be secure. And if they don't match certain security steps, the operating system won't even allow them to be on there. Now, sometimes you can override and say, because they'll say danger, and you can say, look, download it anyway. I wouldn't do that. They're taking your information and selling it. You're getting you viruses, all types of stuff. That's right. You'll have that little hazard warning on there. Don't download it. Do not download it. That's right. Now, does everyone have a good idea on what an operating system is? Okay. And the difference between Apple operating system, Windows, is just the owners, the way that they want it to look on their devices, okay? Now, past these operating systems, all right? Let's talk about, even though it's not on here, let's talk about the hardware, okay? Because you're only gonna find an Apple operating system on an iPhone, right? Have you noticed that? You won't find an Apple operating system on your Samsung. Right? You're not gonna find it. It's not gonna be on your Nokia. It's not gonna be on there. Because Apple makes their own hardware and software. All right? Now, you can have a Samsung phone, like I have up there. That's a Samsung phone. But Samsung did not make the operating system. Google made the operating system. It's run by Android. And so I have a Samsung phone, which is the hardware, but my software is made by Android, made by Google. So that's why I go to the Play Store to download my applications. Right? But if I had an iPhone, I would go to the iStore. Now also, I could have bought a phone that was made by Nokia. There's a lot of phone manufacturers, but it can have a Windows operating system on there, okay? How many people have bought a Dell computer, but you don't see a Dell operating system on there? There's a Windows operating system.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna interrupt. So now my husband has the iPhone, So he would go to where to?
Look for a QR scanner.
But what store did you say he went?
The iStore.
I store.
Yes.
Not Apple.
Or the Apple Store. I'm sorry. The Apple Store. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's called a QR scanner. So that's how it works, okay? You may have one device made by somebody and it operates by somebody completely different, okay? So let's go to the next section. And then it's time to take a break. All right, so let's talk about tablets. I'm sorry, I skipped a few pages.
yes.
Skip 2 pages real fast. And where it says smartphones, you're gonna see smartphones at the top. And right under that, you're gonna see tablets, iPads, Android tablets. That's right. This thing's gonna look much different next week. But I made sure it was nice and big so everybody can read it, okay? Now let's talk about the difference between a tablet, that's what this is right here, and a smartphone. All right? What do they do different? Why would I get one over the other? Because did you all know you can make phone calls with this? Did you know that? Yes. You can make phone calls with your tablet. So you can walk around like this all day. Hey, what's up, grandkid? Yep, you see me? I got the biggest phone ever. Yes, my dear.
My great niece and nephew were over, and they're like 4 and 8. So they have tablets, and the tablet was, my niece, who's 4, tablet was ringing, and somebody said Santa Claus. And I said, what is this? You know, I thought that somebody had gotten into the tablet. No, you can't use this. I'm taking this. Somebody's named Santa Claus. I thought I was trying to duck her or something.
Ooh.
And so
What would it turn out to be?
nephew kept telling me, no, this is a game or something funny. It's Santa Claus, I don't know, some app or some keep calling. Why you want to talk to Santa Claus? You know it's not even time for Santa Claus. And I had to call him, mother, look, what is this? I don't want nobody coming to my house named Santa Claus.
No, don't want that. Don't want it. So, now, what does a tablet do that a cell phone doesn't? And what does a cell phone do that a tablet doesn't? Let's think about that. One thing that the tablet's going to do is it's bigger. It has a much bigger screen. Okay? Now, something that it does not have the same capabilities as your phone. Okay? Because tablets were designed as readers. Okay, they started off as a replacement for books. Okay, you all remember the Kindle?
Yes.
And they were all black and white, but now they're in color. All right, and so they've kept them in that category because rest assured, if they wanted to, this could do everything that your cell phone can. But it doesn't, okay, because they make more money by keeping them separate. All right, so your tablet is not going to be able to download all the same applications that your phone does. All right? It's just not. Now, your tablet is also not going to be able to make all the types of phone calls that you can make. All right? So, give you an example. When you make a phone call now they've built in to your phone Google Meet. Has anybody used that now? Google Meet is very, very easy to use. Okay, that's not built into the phone call with this one. There's a way to do it, but it's not built in. You have to go through a lot more steps. All right, things are much more streamlined with the phone market because the phone market is $1 billion market. They spend big money to make sure every single person on earth has a phone. Okay? Yes, my dear.
Google Meet, the same like it's like
It's all together now. They put it all together.
Google Meet, it has the same Google
Yep.
Group chat and all that.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yes.
I thought it was now I want to do what else. I thought it
Yeah. They put it all in the same category. You got it. That's right. Now, another thing that's nice about tablets, a lot of tablets. Oh, go ahead.
And recently, my grandson, who lives in Houston, he's giving me step by step to do Google Meet. I had never, because I always FaceTime him. And I said, you don't pick up. He said, well, Grandma, just do me on Google Meet. Because he walked me through the steps, and now he's sitting on my phone. I'm loving it.
Yes, 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 yes. That is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yes. And let me tell you what else this tablet does. A lot of tablets come with styluses. Has anybody used a stylus? Yes, yes. I recommend using a stylus just about every time you use your phone. Okay, they definitely help your wrists, they help your fingers, they help your joints. And a lot of these things, these styluses come with functions. You know, my stylus, I can take pictures with my phone and I'm not even by it. That's a stylus, that's right. You can make your videos on your phone stop. You can take notes on your phone. You can do drawings. Does anybody draw? You draw? You draw? Yes. Nobody doodles anymore? Any bit, a little bit? Draw flowers, rainbows? Okay? Because you can draw. Like when you take a picture, you can draw a hat on your head. You can make these little doggies come next to you. You can put people in the picture with you. You can take people out the picture. Did you know that? You take a picture now with somebody that's right next to you. You're like, they shouldn't have been there. Pop them right out. It feels in the background. They were never there with you.
And a good thing about the styluses are you don't really have to carry a notepad. You can do your notes on your phone, the note app, and use your stylus.
That's right. You can take all your notes on your stylus. That's right. Because remember, this replaces stuff in the real world, okay? In the real world. This is like a sheet of paper, with a digital sheet of paper, okay? Because when we come back, we are going to go over talk to text. Remember we talked about talk to text? That is something everyone should know how to do. And we're going to go over swiping. Does anybody know what swiping is? Yeah, that's when instead of typing on your phone, you swipe. You swipe the letters into play. Once they get the projector up, it'll be easier to show. But as I'm making new packet, it's gonna have pictures. Like next week, the packet is gonna have pictures in there. It's gonna be much better on week 2. This is still week 1. That's why it looks that way.
And excuse me, I just wanted to add another thing, Mama.
Sure.
I'm sorry to talk too much, but when you're swiping, also you can swipe in your own number because a lot of people try to get into your phone. So they have it whereas you can lock in your code.
That's right.
You have to swipe up. So
For security, that's right. For security, they also have swipe. There's a lot of security where where you can use your eyeballs when you look at your phone, open up your phone. The other one where you can use your fingerprint.
Yeah.
You use your fingerprint, okay. There's another one which you can type in your PIN code. And then there's another one which you can do a little squiggle. And who's gonna know the little squiggle you do with you? It's my type of squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. All right, because you want your phone secure. And remember we talked about VPNs. Virtual private networks, okay? So that when you're browsing on the web, nobody is getting into your phone and getting your information out. Because even the conversation we're having right now is being listened to by every single person's phone, okay? Mm-hmm.
I am not, at large or something like that to disclose, information out. I know it's what it is, for you artists.
It is. It is. It is. And so part of that disclosure is it has to listen to everything because it has to discern the word Alexa from everything else in your conversation. So it's listening to everything so that when you say, hey Alexa, it knows to respond. So it literally hears everything, takes it in, and then if it's not what it's looking for, it discards it. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. All right. But as we're talking about devices now, don't be surprised when you see some type of commercial come up for buy Bluetooth or buy a stylus to upgrade your phone. You're gonna start hearing it. Everything that we talk about, that you talk about in the world, if you're talking about something that you don't have, your phone automatically says, ooh, that's right. That is right. And every time you give your email address out, it is getting sold to other people, okay? And all our conversation is being sold. So let's but let's take our break right now. They should have some snacks over there, some water for us. Mingle please, when we come back. What are we gonna talk about? Talk to text. Okay, go get your phone. Let's talk to text. That's something everyone is going to learn today. Talk to text. Does anybody send out emails today? Still do emails? You need talk to text.